Hi there, Glass Cannon Naish. I'm Jared Logan, and welcome to the Wicked Empire, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign, here for your viewing and listening amusement. Like I said, I'm Jared Logan. I'm a game master here on the Glass Cannon and on the Stream of Blood. Check that out if you want to see more of my stuff. And I've got 4 amazing players here for you today for episode 7 of the Wicked Empire. Let's say hello to Ross Bryant, Clare Grant, Noura Ibrahim, and Sydney Amanuel. How's it going, guys?
Good.
I'm good.
Great. Feeling good? Does anybody have a rose or thorn for today that they'd like to share?
Oh. Are we doing this?
Wait,
my rose is that it rained today and I like rain. Mm-hmm. And my thorn is that my coffee is slightly lukewarm. That's not a very bad thorn. That's pretty okay. Ross, rose and thorn? Wait, is this a weird way to start a action-packed Dungeons & Dragons campaign?
It's your game.
Thank you for acknowledging that. Finally, someone acknowledges my artistry.
That's right. Nora's right. You get to set the vibe however you choose, Jared. My rose is I had a really lovely time in Austin this past weekend. Got to meet some wonderful people and ate a whole lot of barbecue and Tex-Mex. I was doing shots of queso out there. And my thorn is that there was a minor mishap where TSA may or may not have shot my laptop out of the conveyor belt of their metal detector like a dang catapult. And hey, one day at a time.
Destroyed laptop is a pretty nasty thorn. Let's all send Ross Bryant our love. RIP laptop. Let's pour one out for the laptop. Did it have a name?
We just pour this out onto my laptop.
Yeah, what if I just poured coffee all over my desk?
Solidarity. We all destroy our computer.
I expect nothing less from the group. Everybody do it.
Very good. You've been playing excellently in the Wicked Empire, Ross Bryant, but your first character did die. I've got you on the second character. That's right. What do you think Skunt's going to survive the rest of the campaign? We've got at least 4 episodes left here.
I mean, I know what a devious little trickster you are, Jared, and I know that all these characters are hanging by a thread, much like hobbits is. You are Trixie, and
I play many jests and japes.
Yes, you're a jester, a japester, a rambler, a gambler, and but I have a good feeling about Skunt. He's a dang loose cannon, and and who knows what he's going to do. And even if he does go down, he's going to try to take a whole bunch of stuff with him.
That's it. It's not whether you win or lose. It's how many motherfuckers you take down with you, right?
Yeah.
Clare Grant, do you have a rose and thorn for today?
I'm going to go with the rain as well. I haven't been woken up to the rain on my roof in LA and I don't years. So that was nice.
I just imagine Claire in a terry cloth robe drinking tea like this while it rains outside.
That's exactly what I was doing. Yes, it was wonderful. But I guess my thorn is that there's a lot of construction going on in my house, and they were here at 6:30 this morning, pounding metal right outside my bedroom door or wall, and I hate it. Yeah.
Do you ever just open the window and go, "Hey, you, shut up your work, you stupid asshole"?
No.
Say something like that.
I'm like, "Hey, you guys need some water?"
Oh, instead, you're soft-hearted. So is your character. Your character might be the only loyal, true-hearted character in the bunch because you just keep trying to save people while everybody else. Well, while Sydney's character's I stab someone, then I hide.
Yeah.
So anyway, I decapitate them.
Yeah.
Fish, the Tabaxi monk, he is out to save his mentor, the brass dragon Thanu. You guys have a lead on that. You think the temple on the island might have your brass dragon friend, but right now, today, we're in the pleasure dome. So I wonder how our monk, our aesthete, our guy that lived away from civilization, how he will feel about a casino and brothel that he has just entered into. Any thoughts on Fish's reaction to those kind of things?
I think Fish will probably be there'll be like a lot of overstimulus, and he'll probably get a little anxious around all those people. And
will he get, because he's a tabaxi, so he's a cat man, will he get the zooms and start zooming around?
I mean, he can. That would be a lot of fun.
We were talking a lot about Garfield before the show. Is Fish, he has some Garfield qualities, right?
Well, I imagined his fur to be orange for sure. And he probably eats a lot. But, you know, Fish was like trained to be violent and peaceful. And Garfield is abusive mentally, you know, and psychologically. And that's about.
Yeah, so they're very different characters. However, I am going to keep making the Garfield comparison as much as possible. Sydney, Amanuel, welcome. Do you have a rose and thorn before we get started with today's adventure?
Yes. Yeah, I was saying I went to a show last night. This is my rose. I went out to a show, and I was so thrilled about it because I miss live concerts, and it was a punk show. So, of course, I got right up in the pit. I was moshing around for the whole set, and it was great. But my thorn is I woke up today still in my late 20-year-old body that I do inhibit, and I am covered in bruises, and I think I messed up my kneecap. So I had a lot of fun, but at what cost?
Well, it's worth it. You have to sacrifice everything for music, as you well know. You're also a skateboarder, right, Sid?
Yeah, funny enough, I was skating before the show and just like railed my shin with my board. So there's a lot of bruises going on for a lot of different reasons. But wow. I do like skateboarding.
That's cool. Yeah. So you're like, you might be the only person in this group that's actually been in a physically punishing situation. I know that I've kept out of them for 40 years. So that's pretty.
I highly recommend it. I think it raises your pain threshold. Maybe this is what I based Bick off of, and why she's so like ruthless and cutthroat, because she's like, I've been there before. I've skateboarded and hit my shin really hard before. So now I'm an assassin.
Yes, exactly. That's the exact skill set of an assassin, I think. It's a big session for Bick coming up here because you're about to enter the Pleasure Dome, and Bick's business partner who stole all of her gold is somewhere in the Pleasure Dome. So that should be
What's hilarious, though, is because of Bick's memory, I wonder now, this is very meta, but I'm like, does Bick know what she looks like? I mean, probably, but she just has her name in the book, so I don't know.
It's completely up to you. You can play it however you want. We'll see. Maybe we'll give her some rolls to see, because Bick has taken so much head damage that she forgets things. So we will. We'll see. We'll see if Bick can remember. And finally, Noura Ibrahim, who plays Khana, our tiefling paladin. Paladin. And Rose and Thorn for today. Before we begin.
I think my rose is that yesterday I got to see a bunch of my streaming friends in real life.
Wow.
Not for a stream, just hanging out. And that was really lovely.
You hang out not on stream sometimes?
Right? It hasn't happened in a very long time. I think I forgot how to socialize.
Yeah.
Person like in physical contact with each other in that situation. But it was a lovely time. It was a lovely evening. And then my thorn is my cat has been getting the zoomies at like 3 a.m. for the past several nights. And I'm just like, okay, my house is haunted. She literally she's never done this before, but she took her paw and nudged my forearm to wake me up. Wow. And then proceeded to run around the place. And
then you saw a man with a bleeding face standing over you going,
you gotta see
it's
this.
time for my birthday. Something like that.
Sleep paralysis demon?
Yes, my sleep paralysis demon is a man who hands out Mylar balloons. Apparently.
Well, I'm glad that you have at least have your cat to protect you and alert you to the presence of the undead. And maybe you should practice, some of your Paladin wards to ward off that evil.
Yeah, wouldn't be a bad
now I'm
idea.
just fascinated about Noura's haunting, but maybe more of it'll come up. Maybe more of it'll come up later. So, guys, we have a huge session today, and I think that we should get right into it by hopping right over to Roll20, where you can see that your party has entered the Pleasure Dome. Oh, normally I do a recap, but we are on episode 7, so I'll just do a very brief recap in case anybody is, for some reason, hopping on an episode 7 being like, I like the middle of stuff. Basically, this party of agents has been recruited to take down Mother Khana, Mother Khana, the drug lord who has been peddling the highly addictive, highly mind-altering substance Black Rainbow into Spice Harbor, the city of Spice Harbor, and the Movian Empire. So these agents were all hired by the intelligence agency Looking Glass to go to the Isle of Temple Bay, where Mother Khana runs her drug operation, in addition to several other lucrative side businesses like this one, the place you have just entered, the Pleasure Dome, a casino, a brothel, an arena where people from all over the land can come to indulge forbidden pleasures. Call now, forbidden pleasures, 1-900 Pleasure Dome. So,
sensual half-elves are waiting to take your call.
Yes. Hi, you sound really interesting. Let's talk. That is why you are here. You guys have run all around the island having fights, as one is wont to do in Dungeons and Dragons. You managed to get in a fight in the marketplace against flying broom riding hobgoblins. Then you went to the jungle where you took on a displacer beast who's probably eating the crop that they make the drug out of, which creates its displacement field. Then you took on the drug lab where your mentor, your leader, the guy that brought the group together, the intelligent agent Grinson, a sorcerer played by Ross Bryant, died because I be killing characters up in this bitch. He was hit by a cone of cold and perished. Luckily, your next stop as you escaped the drug lab was the fields, where you found Grinson's agent Skunt, out there hypnotized into being a slave, picking the shadow orchids out in the field. You rescued him. You snapped him out of his hypnotic reverie, and then you had a huge fight in the fields. You took a long rest in a hostel back in the town, but the hobgoblins found you there. The Red Wave hobgoblins found you there, and you've barely escaped. And then you were like, "What's our next stop?" And the group decided, you know what? I think it was as Skunt put it. They're after us. They know there are intruders on the island. They might be able to recognize us. Let's go to a party at the Pleasure Dome and see what happens. And so that brings us here. One other thing. Everybody has leveled up, I believe. So can everybody tell me maybe one thing that they got with their level up? Ross Bryant, what is Skunt pulling at with his new level up?
Let's just say that I think as Skunt comes down off of the Black Lotus, perhaps he's returning to his senses somewhat, and his intelligence went up somewhat, so he's no longer a total dummy.
Oh, very good. Okay, excellent. And what about Kina, our tiefling paladin? Did she earn anything cool for 4th level?
Yeah, she's a little stronger and can do something new anytime she hits somebody with her sword.
Ah, very cool. Yeah, keep that a secret. Surprise me and ruin one of my encounters with it. I love it when players are like, this new power screws your plans, Logan. What about Bick? Does Bick have a new ability or interesting rose of her own for level 4?
Yeah, Bick got a little rose. I think Bick had gone through some of Grinson's possessions after, they've had some time in the hostel, and she was going through other people's bags. So I think she was like, what did that guy leave around? And aside from that wonderful kind of eulogy that Ross had done like a few episodes back, the note that she finds, she reads it and she's like, whatever. And then I think she also finds, no, she was like, oh, this is so sad. She keeps it. But she also maybe found a little. I think it's funnier
if she just crumples it up as like, not important.
She throws it out the window. It lands in the muddy street. But I think she also found a little scroll of sorts. So Bick is a little more magical.
Ooh, that sounds dangerous. And finally, fish in the water. Tell me, what did you earn anything for your level 4 level up?
I did. Fish gained a little more dexterity, which is going to help Fish a lot. But then also, I think what I'm the most excited about is this. I get to now have a quickened healing, so I can heal myself as an action, which is great because I die a lot.
Well, let's see. Who have I not gotten down yet? I know I got Khana down. I got Fish down. I've gotten everybody down except for old Bick. Oh, I got to get after that rogue. Don't worry. I'll put you into death saves, Sid. Don't worry.
I went down during the giant fight.
Oh, hell yeah.
Those fucking goblins. Yeah, it was because it was too many. It was just way too many enemies.
Mm-hmm. That's me, Jared. Too many enemies, Logan. Well, speaking of too many enemies, now finally we can truly go to Roll20 and look at the beautiful Pleasure Dome. And so you have entered. You kind of talked your way in, even though I think you were short a jade circlet. You've made your way in, and looking around, you can see that there are gambling tables and many rich nobles, clientele from all over the Movian Empire. Here, some people from even outside of the Moving Empire, countries farther away like Epona and Lyonesse are here, testing their luck. Over here to the right of where you're standing inside the doorway, there's a stage and there's an enormous concert going on, and people are enjoying it. They're sitting at their tables and enjoying the sounds and the dancing. There's dancing. Is it exotic dancing? It sure is. So you can explore. You can talk to any of these NPCs that you want to bump into. You can eventually, if you'd like, go up these big stairs in the center, which lead to an area you can't see yet. You're not quite sure what's happening back there. But last time I told you that you heard cheering from that area, like a thunderous roar of applause and cheering coming from that area. The whole place has a vibe of iniquity and grit and danger. A lot of the nobles look like pushovers, but the people working the tables look like they know what they're doing, and they look like hardened criminals to Bick, who has an eye for that sort of thing. So be careful, adventurers, and let me know what you would like to do.
I'll go ahead and jump in here and say I think the last thing that happened as we walked in, the sort of like a wristband that gets you into this nightclub is the Jade Circlet. Mm-hmm. And everyone has a real one, but Skunt minor illusioned one onto his head, which is a spell that lasts 1 minute. So I need to get a real one, but quick. So I don't know if on this map is there I would love to get somebody who looks kind of soft and persuadable in private, where maybe I can do a switcheroo.
Great. Well,
there's like a restroom or a corner booth.
Yeah, you see like kind of a hapless noble, a very young noble. He looks like to be of full elven descent, kind of just milling about and just like, he looks like as good a target as any Skunt for someone to manipulate. Because actually, elves can be 100 and be very youthful. So You're actually not sure. If you'd like to look for someone who is more definitely a good target, you may, but you'll need to walk around a little bit.
Okay. Well, I had sort of short on time. I might just roll up to the first person I see. I think time's a wasting. I got a minute to burn.
Great, Skunt. That'll be the guy then. That's the guy right here. You see him? Move your guy right up to him.
I see him. Let's do it. Skunt will just roll up on this guy and I think it's the kind of thing where Skunt like walks up and almost like throws his arm around him as he walks him towards the door.
Excuse me, do we know each other?
Yeah, man. I think we do. Hey, I mean, if you're already on your way out, don't you think you'd rather give that to me?
As I look at him, look at his circlet, and so I'll hold that for you, and I'm going to suggestify this guy.
Ooh, very interesting. So he needs to make a save. Is that right?
That's right, but I'm going to use some of my sorcerer craft to. I'm going to spend 3 sorcery points, and I'm going to give this target disadvantage on the saving throw.
Oh,
with the
snap.
heightened spell meta magic.
How does his suggestion spell work?
Great. Well, he's got to beat a 14 disadvantaged, and I think it looks almost like what I described. Like the arm goes over. It's like,
if you're already on your way out, then perhaps you could give that to me. Do a little. I'll hold on to it for safekeeping, just so nothing bad happens to it.
And
it's like, don't you think you should give that to me?
And it's like his chaos, right? I think as he does that, almost his eyes are like changing color from like blue to red
I love
to
it.
like one is red, one is green.
Like a subliminal code is flashing in color through Skunt's eyes. And the guy goes, yes, of course. An old friend like you? I'm not using it. And he puts it onto your head.
Perfect. Cool. Thanks a million, friends. See you on the other side.
Are you walking away? Are you staying with him? Where are you going?
I think I almost want to walk him out the door and turn around.
Okay. That's an interesting move. Okay, so as you begin to walk him out the door, suddenly the fact that they're, you suddenly notice that, see this thing right here? This sort of suit of armor? You notice that the whole time you've been talking to him, it's been moving toward you guys. And when it starts moving, so does this woman, who kind of moves over here. She works here, and she's kind of watching, and you can tell that it might be reacting to the lack of a jade circlet.
Okay.
And it is about to grab him. What do you do?
It's about to grab him. I think, has he noticed it?
He has not noticed it because he's a little bit still in the haze from your suggestion spell.
Skunt just wants to step back and let it happen.
Okay. It's like, no stowaways, I'm afraid, this woman says. And this like suit of armor just bear hugs the guy. And he's like, wait, no, I paid for my circlet at the blue petal. I promise, it's right here. And he can't find it. And they're like,
I'm just like, unbelievable the riffraff that just wander into these sorts of places.
Give him to the red wave, and then this thing takes him out, and these goblins like surround him, and what the hell? They start beating him for illegally entering the. God, they're just flailing him.
It's so brutal.
They're just. God, he's like, oh no! I gave it to the man.
Oh God, I'm sorry, bud.
Skunt was doing that underhanded ploy.
Ross is sorry. Skunt maybe turns around to his friends and is like,
we're good.
So our other characters, would anybody else like to look around, make a move, go talk to somebody?
Yeah, I think I want to, and I will say this too, guys, I think I want to go investigate the second stage here, see if there's anything unusual about this performance or anything around it, or...
Do you mean the stage where people are dancing?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Kina, you can move yourself over to the stage. And when you get over there, you see that there is a woman dancing lasciviously for the entertainment of all kinds of different people at the tables. And then there is a satyr, a female satyr, playing music for her to dance to. And she has another satyr here playing, a different. So one's playing like a kind of a rock metal version of a harpsichord, and the other one's playing like whatever the magical like metal version of a flute is, and they're just kind of rocking out while this human dancer kind of dances about. But I will say, Khana, that you remember that, or maybe you don't. How much have you talked to Bick? Do you know Bick's backstory?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Khana would know that.
Well, then you don't really notice anything interesting about this, except that it seems to be, a generally kind of normal performance. I will say that the people at the tables are looking at you and whispering at each other. You notice that?
If I notice that, I am going to quietly duck out of that situation and rejoin.
Okay, no problem.
The rest
That's great.
of the,
And let's see how surreptitious you managed to be. Give me a stealth roll.
Oh no, I have disadvantage on these. First one is an 8. Okay. So I rolled a 9 with my disadvantage on stealth.
Very good. One of these guys comes over to you, follows you right over. You fail, and follows you right over and goes, "Excuse me, are you she? Are you the Mother Khana? I have to congratulate you on this beautiful, wonderful establishment."
Yes. Thank you.
Vic spits out her drink.
The fish's tail just starts like flashing wildly behind him.
Yes, I think Scun is like lighting one of his little cigarettes with like a flame on his finger at that moment. Is like,
And remembering that that Khana has some position of power here, much to Keena's dislike, I'm kind of busy. You can run along now and, enjoy yourself.
Yes, of course, you're a very busy tiefling, I understand. I just wanted to call upon you, tell you that I am Uldar, an Earl of Lyonesse, and I wondered if you, before you run off, suggest any of maybe the more VIP pleasures that are available here.
The VIP pleasures.
Yes.
Suggestion, well, that's going to depend on how well you misbehave tonight. Maybe I'll catch you later.
Okay, you refuse to tell him.
I don't know what's
You don't
going
know.
on here.
Yeah, you have no idea. Give me a deception roll, Khana.
Okay.
Disadvantage because your character's acting nervous.
No. Man, I rolled a nat 20 on the second one, but I rolled a 13 on the first.
13's pretty good. Let's see how sharp Earl Uldar here is. Okay, he kind of like goes, "Of course, I'm sorry to have disturbed you," and then he moves back to his table.
Before you go, tell me, what's been your favorite part of the evening so far?
Well, I've only just arrived. I find the violence of the fights to be stimulating, but I'm looking for something more sensual.
And when he says sensual like that, I'm just like kind of cringe and like really just want to grab my sword, but I refrain.
Okay, yeah. Again,
Lovely.
he kind of...
Well,
yeah.
enjoy yourself, and maybe I'll catch you later.
Yes. Yes, I will, Mother Khana. And he moves back to his table. And Khana, we'll leave you for a moment, and we will ask Fish. What would you like to do, Fish?
Well, Fish has just seen all of this and is feeling very anxious and wants to know if there's a bar in sight.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely, right? So let's see. Yeah, Fish likes to drink, so Fish goes wandering off to find a bar. Where would Fish like to go? There are some areas that are blacked out for you. You don't see a bar immediately inside here.
Maybe Fish wants to ask this lady right here who seemed to know work here or something.
Yes, I see. Okay.
Yes, let me get off of her.
So she turns to you and she goes, yes. And you can see that she's like breathtakingly beautiful. And like her hair seems to kind of float in slow motion. And she has very intricate eye makeup. And if you'd like, you may roll history.
Oh, yes. Thank you. It's whatever it is. I'm sure that's not it. 6.
A 6 is Fish is so sheltered back in his monastery in the 100 Blood Expanse. He has no idea who this woman is or what any of this means. He just thinks that she works here and maybe can help him out.
Okay, so Fish is like looking at her and has never seen anything as beautiful as this flowing haired person before, and Fish's tail just starts like wildly going around in the background, and he's like, do you know where I can get a drink?
Of course. Follow me. And she takes you over to here,
and
where this guy actually waits bar, like these crates. And she's like, we don't get many tabaxi here.
I don't get out a lot. I don't get out a lot.
No, it doesn't look like you do. She's looking over your frayed and worn monk robes that are slightly stained with liquor. What's your pleasure?
Well, I mean, how about a little island special?
Yes. We make a gin that is slightly flavored with the narcotic that is sort of a signature of this island. Have you ever tasted the shadow orchid?
I have not.
And she nods at the bartender who's like, you got it. And he mixes one up, and you see him put a little bit of shadow orchid floating on top of this drink, and they slide it over to you. I must be about my rounds, if you'll excuse me.
Okay. And he just like stares at her and like sort of enchanted, and then
he can make a perception roll if he'd like.
Okay. $13.
He sees other women like her moving about, like this lady right here, who moves by him. They seem to be Eladrin, which at least you would know, which are elves native to the Feywild, and they all have just this sort of incredible beauty that sort of captivates as they walk by.
Okay. So Fish just grabs his drink and strolls back over to, where Skunt and Kina and Bick are.
Are you drinking?
Absolutely.
Make a constitution roll.
Uh-oh.
13.
13. Okay. I'll let you know if that's important later. Let me make a note. Okay. And that leaves us with Bick. Bick, what's your business?
Yeah, I think Bick is, just like everybody else, kind of scoping out the space. I have nothing specific to do here except try to figure out more about Striga and remember about Striga. So I think Bick is going to do a walk around just the whole floor while everybody's doing everything else, like keeping their eye on everyone else. I see Keena's by the stage. I see that Fish goes off. She's very aware of her surroundings because she knows this is a dangerous space. So I would just like to do a loop around the downstairs, and as I go, listen to conversations, and if I hear anything about Striga, I'm going to try to talk to somebody.
Well, you do a loop around, and you discover this area way over to the left that has like a hot tub. You basically get all your exits, which I think that Bick often does. You know, being a thief, she knows how to get out when she needs to get out. But Bick, you finally hear music when you head over to this area. Where these tables are, and the music is instantly very recognizable to you, and it starts maybe jogging your memory. Could you please make an intelligence roll for me?
Yes. That's gonna be +1. 14.
14. Bick, would you please move? I'm sorry, I moved your character, but you should move your character over to that area, just anywhere you'd like to be. Yes. And your roll is enough for you to realize, oh my God, that's her. Striga Blackfoot is on stage playing music right now. That's Striga, your old business partner, who took all of your gold and then headed off to Temple Bay to live it up, to live the high life. She's on stage playing for this dancer right now.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think Vic kind of jaw drops at like the memory realization, like, that's Striga. She's gonna walk up to a table at the front, right by the stage. I don't even care if there's another person sitting at the table, and she's gonna spin the chair around and sit into it like teacher style, talking to the kids after school. Cool teacher.
Just rapping.
Yeah, just rapping. I'm rapping at the kids. I gotta get through to these kids. But she's gonna sit there and look dead directly at Striga and try to just get her to notice me and make the eye contact and realize that I'm there.
Okay, so Striga, you see, looks kind of bored playing her like harpsichord thing for a while, and then like sees you, and then looks over at this other satyr dancer, whom you realize must be Urs. Urs was your friend, perhaps very close to you, Bick, who ran off with Striga, and they sort of look at each other. They're both playing instruments, but Urs is a changeling, so you're not positive it's Urs. Right now, this creature is in satyr form, and they kind of lock eyes for a second, and they're like looking over at you, and then Urs, if it is indeed Urs, just drops their instrument, forgive me, and just starts heading across the floor.
Oh, well, first of all, I pick a random cup off the table and I lift it towards Striga and I point at her and I put it down and then I immediately go after Urs.
Okay, so you can go ahead and go up to Urs if you'd like, and you see that Urs is talking to one of these hostesses. So Urs is right here, Bick.
I lost where they went.
Yeah, that's okay.
This place is so crowded. I'm sure Bick's
it's so
also like
crowded.
weaving.
No, exactly. And so Bick is like elbowing her way through the crowd after Urs, and Urs is talking to one of the hostesses. And now we're gonna roll initiative, everybody.
What?
Oh my.
No, I didn't want to start any. I wanted to be low key.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see how low key you can make it before we roll initiative. Bick, how are you approaching these two, the hostess and the person you think might be Urs, and how are you making sure that you are de-escalating? Because when Urs saw you, they were like, shit, this is a person that we stole a bunch of money from and ran off to an island, and I'm going to go tell the authorities in this place. I mean, that's what Urs is doing. So, Bick, what do you do?
I think I place my hand on the small of Urs's back and gain power in this situation. And I lean in and I go, it's been so long. I'm so happy to see you. I was so worried when I didn't hear from you. I tried writing, I tried calling. Now I understand you've been at the Pleasure Dome, of course. So I came here to see what all the fuss was about. And I look over at the host and I just go, hi, sorry, pardon me. And I pull Urs away and closer towards me.
I think you need a roll. I think you need a persuade roll. And I think the DC is going to be kind of high, 16.
Okay, what's my persuade? Hold on.
It would be modified by your charisma.
Okay, it's a +3.
Okay, not bad.
Let's see.
Come on.
Oh, wait, what did you say it was?
16.
I got a 13.
Ooh.
Or 14.
No.
I got 14.
You got 14. Close, but no cigar. That means Urs is like, and it is Urs. You can tell once you hear the voice, like, hands off me, Bick. How did you find us here?
Did you think I wouldn't find you here? Was that your plan? To run away with Striga?
Urs turns to the hostess and goes, she is definitely here with a counterfeit circlet, or she's gained entrance illegally.
Stop. I haven't seen this person in years. They have no idea what I've been up to. Look at my circlet. This is a real circlet. I bought it from the guards of the Red Wave. I am here like everyone else, and I'm a paying customer, and I refuse to be talked to this way.
The hostess walks forward and looks into your eyes, and again, like it's like a spotlight falls on her face, and her hair starts moving in slow motion, and she goes, shh. And then she is going to attempt a suggestion on you.
Oh,
and
no.
so I need to know. Do you? You're gonna make a. Sorry, forgive me. You're gonna make a wisdom save,
Oh,
please. Yep.
boy. All right. That's a 4.
Oy.
The hostess goes, tell me the truth. Did you purchase your circlet fair and square from the Blue Petal Inn?
I think Big is fighting really hard to try to find a way to make the lie work. And I think she's like, it wasn't at the Blue Petal Inn, but it was adjacent to it. And she's like really working to resist this spell.
If you have a point of inspiration,
Yes,
I will allow you to resist this spell.
I will use it. Yes.
Okay,
And then-
inspiration is not canonically used that way, but I use it that way sometimes. So with like mind control and things like that, if people really want to resist, they can spend their inspiration. And so you have done so?
Yeah, so instead she goes, of course I did, and I would like to enjoy the Pleasure Dome like every other paying customer.
This hostess looks at Urs and goes, she's legit. Let her spend her money. And then moves off. Oops, wrong person. Moves off through the crowd. Urs looks at you and is like, and starts running again.
This sucks. I think I'm right by the group, and I think I go back to the group, and I'm like, running into a little problem with old friends that I need to resolve. Don't want to cause a scene for all of us, so what's the plan?
Well, are we here for Mother Khana?
Of course, that's a mission, right?
We're here to take out Khan, ain't we?
Somebody mentioned the fights.
Yeah, we
Do you
should.
want to go check that out?
Yeah, and I think maybe in the midst of this, because I was sort of in a position to see a lot of these interactions take place, I really want to see if I can roll insight to know if that aristocrat that was talking to Kina, like made her like.
Insight is allowed. You may do that.
But I want to see if they're like really suspicious.
Mm-hmm. You may do that. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I think that'll do it. That's a 22. So
that will do it. And you notice
he was
that
watching that whole interaction, just kind of like smoking and looking at this guy. What's you all about then?
that will do it. And you notice that he is now going up to enter the fights. There he is, right there.
Okay.
Up there, going up the stairs into whatever the fights are.
I think we should go there.
Yeah, he did mention those.
Yeah. Seems like your little friend is on it anyway.
And forgive me, what's the name of the changeling that Vic was just talking to?
Urs.
Yeah, is Urs headed that way too?
No, Urs ran off across the floor, and you didn't quite clock where Urs went, but Bick might have. Bick, you can make a perception roll.
Will do. Natural 20. Now I roll good. What the fuck?
Okay. So the changeling ran off into sort of this like hot tub area off the side of the main floor.
I think I tell the group, I clock that, and I go, I'll meet you at the fights. And I run towards the hot tub room.
Oh, really? Okay, great. So you run towards the hot tub area, and when you get in there, you notice two people enjoying the water over here. They're in this is sort of an outdoor kind of patio area, and they're having a sensual, sexy bath in this big hot tub in the middle of this sort of kind of open air courtyard. And you see a door to the north that is shut. When you came through the door into this hot tub area, it did seem like, there was a gate here that someone's supposed to lead you in or kind of give you a robe and stuff like that. And you've just barged right in. And you're not sure if one of these people is Urs or not, because Urs can change their appearance automatically.
Dang it. I just try the door really quick on the far side of the room to see if it's locked or not.
Okay, yeah, the door is in fact locked, and while you are here kind of, messing with it, one of our hostesses seems to be returning to this area. On the outer door that leads to the main floor, the hostess that spoke to Fish earlier is now moving into this area.
Yeah, Vic's gonna turn around, back away from the door, and just kind of be like, oh, there's the bathroom, and go to leave. But as she leaves, I would like to hum or like whistle or lowly sing the song that Urs and Stryger were playing before that I recognized, knowing that they've played it like many times and heard it throughout the years. And I would like to watch their faces as I do it and as I leave.
Give me an insight roll.
I want to see who's sweating more than they should be in a hot tub. Natty 19, plus I think my insight's 3.
With your natty 19, you realize that, in fact, one of the people in the hot tub right now is Urs, who is just trying to hide from you.
Well.
All right, I think I do recognize it in the moment as I'm leaving, and I turn around and I go, I just want to talk, and I miss you. So if you want to talk to me, I'll be up at the fights, and that's all.
And Urs, putting on an accent, is like, Oi, who's this nutter? Get her out of here! I'm trying to enjoy my bath!
And I just I make eye contact with them, and I like roll my eyes, and I'm like, as if you thought I wouldn't be able to tell. And I just leave.
Great, yes, Urs, no matter what face they wear. And so now, who is moving up to the fights? It looks like Bick is.
Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah, I'd like to move up to the fights. Seeing that noble kind of creeped me out. I don't want to be too close to them if I see them, but I do want to keep an eye out for...
Let's place everybody right here at the entrance to the fights, and let's reveal the arena if we can. And the arena, of course, when you look inside, you see an enormous open area ahead of you with a dirt floor down below you. And that area has 2 guard drakes in it. Guard drakes are like enormous crocodile size, like dragon things without wings. And they are snarling at each other. One is like a deep blue. The other one has kind of a red tint to its scales. And they're just ripping and tearing at each other's throats as the crowd, as the crowd cheers every time one of them gets a really good bite in. And you see that there are hundreds of people in here, jangling their coins, jangling their oboli, and screaming for the one that they've bet on. But then to your left, on the west side of the arena, you can see that there is a box for special VIPs, and in that box sitting with a smug look of satisfaction and maybe a slight glitter in her eye that she loves to see spilled blood, is Mother Khana, the drug lord of Temple Bay. Her horns polished and shining in the magical light that illuminates this arena. And I would like a perception roll from whoever would like to make one.
Yes.
Do it, Kina. I rolled bad.
18?
Yeah. I didn't do so good.
I rolled 22.
Oh,
Okay, very good. 22. A fish, you're the one then, I think, that spots it first. Because actually, he rolled pretty well in his stealth, our noble friend, the Earl Aldar. And you see that he's all the way over, and he has to sit in the normal seats here. So there are normal kind of bleachers for normal spectators. He's not in the VIP box, but he's right beside the VIP box, and he's trying to get Mother Khana's attention. He's kind of trying to wave her down or wave one of her people down. And in fact, as you watch, one of Mother Khana's guards comes up to see who this fool is signaling, comes to the edge of the box to kind of talk to him right here. And so a guard is kind of leaning over the edge of the box and looking down at the Earl Aldar, who is suddenly, pontificating and talking and looking like he's trying to get an audience with somebody. So have you been made? What are you going to do, heroes?
does Fish say that out loud? Does Fish point it out to everybody?
Absolutely. Fish points to everyone urgently with his tail and his paw. And then he's like, should Kina hide?
Well, yeah, but I don't. Maybe he still thinks that she's me. That's her. Maybe he doesn't know.
This is pretty bad. Bick is going to. I don't want to use it now. It's so early on, but this kind of ruins the entire stealth. Bick is going to Misty Step, and I end up directly next to him with my full range of my Misty Step. So I just I look over, I look back at Kina. Kina looks not, this is bad. And I end up behind him. And I go, you drop this. And I'm talking to the Lord, the Earl, trying to get his attention away from the guard.
Great. He turns and when he sees you, let's see, he made Kina, but did he make that she was partners with Bick? His 6 says that he did not. And so he's like, do you mind? I'm trying to have a conversation. And the guard above is like, listen, VIP access is restricted. Only invitees of her motherhood. Stand back, sir. And he's like, but I have a very important message for her. He does not seem threatened or... there's a bunch of people all shouting and moving about and elbowing each other in here. So, Bick, he's not suspicious of you yet. He's just trying to get this guy to let him talk to Mother Khana. Okay,
I am going to sleight of hand remove his circlet and then try to give it to him and be like, you can't be caught without one. They're going to kick you out. I was trying to tell you, you dropped it.
Sleight of hand, remove his circlet while he's talking to one of the guards.
Okay, no, you're right.
No, you can do it. DC 20.
But no, forget it. I can't do that. Okay, instead, can I... all right, I'm really close behind him. Can I just sleight of hand pick his pocket?
Certainly, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to sleight of hand pick his pocket, and whatever I pull out, then I'm going to be like, you drop this, and try to really pull him away. Okay, very good. You can go ahead and roll. I think he is aware of you now because you said hello. DC 15. Sleight of hand. Just rolled a 15. Okay. You pull kind of like there's a lot of oboli in there, a lot of coinage, or you also feel kind of like an amulet or something kind of in his pocket. Oh yeah, pull that out. It's not an amulet. It's actually, in fact, like a pocket watch or like a big clock that he keeps on him. Yeah, I'm going to be swinging it And I'm just like, I'm trying to tell you, do you want it or not? And as soon as he turns around, I'm going to let it go into the ring.
Okay. How dare you? What are you doing?
I was trying to tell you dropped it. I'm so sorry.
So you guys are standing here right on the edge of the bleachers, and you see that there is some sort of magical kind of ward around the ring where these two huge guard drakes are kind of ripping at each other. As the amulet with the clock in it, the pocket watch falls, it kind of goes through that magical ward, and it sort of like the ward lets it through. It sort of just kind of like flops down into the ring, and people are kind of cheering, but they're kind of paying attention to you now. And the guard is like yelling at someone behind him, yelling at people behind him, and Mother Khana is now finally, you've got her attention. What's going on? Now, right now, it's just like someone catching a foul ball and something weird happening. It's not like, but people are definitely paying attention to you now, Bick. But you have Earl Aldar's full attention, and he's like rolling an insight check now. And he gets a 17. I think that's enough. And he goes, you're with her, aren't you?
Who? What?
The imposter.
Imposter? I'm so sorry about your watch. I didn't, you dropped it and I was trying to, what's your name?
He's going to try to brush past you and get out of here.
Okay. I trip him as he goes.
Do you? Give me an attack roll.
Oh boy.
Okay. I just don't like him. I didn't, it's a 4.
A 4? Well, a 4 means you fail. And let's see how he does. Let's see how he does on like a dexterity roll. He's trying to move through the crowd, get past you. You guys are on the edge of the ring here. And he rolls really well, actually. So he does get past you. He's dashing all the way right into your friends. He ends up right here with all of your friends around him. Fish, Skunt, and Kina, who are waiting back on the steps. What do you guys want to do?
Can I?
See.
I
He's
want
going
to
to
do
the
that.
exit back down into the main floor, and he's running past you right now. Kina, what you were saying?
Doesn't look good. I kind of want to do that thing where I pretend to like, accidentally bump into somebody, but I just kind of want to, stab him in the liver.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you can go ahead and make an attack roll against him.
Okay. 22.
That is a hit.
All right.
And I would also like to divine smite him while I'm at it.
Great.
Let's see, what is that? D10. 13 points of slashing damage, which also now slows his speed by 10 feet. And yes, that is it for now. And then
So
also the divine smite is an extra 2d8, I believe,
Yeah.
for an extra 15 points.
Great.
Whoa.
So here's what
damage.
happens. Okay, so here's what happens. Bick, he's like, you're with her. I have to warn them. And then he actually gets past Beck and almost falls down into the arena, but he keeps like running. And then he gets back to the ramp, back down into the casino. And as he's running down that ramp, he realizes he's run right into Kina, Fish, and Skunt. And when he sees Kina, his eyes go wide, but it's too late. Kina's sword comes across his gut. He goes, blood spatters out onto the ramp, and he falls. He is dead. You have, listen, he doesn't have to be dead, Kina, because you can choose in 5e whether you want them to be dead or incapacitated. Which is it? You did so much damage, though.
I think I want to leave him there, but face down. Maybe he looks like he passed out.
Okay, great.
From too much pleasure in the pleasure
you
dome?
You guys kind of knock him out. He's kind of like down. Sorry, there is blood because you used a big sword and there was slashing damage. but he's not dead yet. He's just kind of in critical condition, kind of breathing heavily on the floor. And you guys watch as Kina kind of makes him kind of tuck up under himself, so he looks like somebody who's just like maybe doubled over, a little bit sick. So now what, everybody?
We should go.
We should try to find an entrance to the back where Mother Khana is and take her out from behind. We could take those guards out in the back first.
If we're trying to get to if we're trying to
sneak
take
'em.
out Mother Khana, we can't just walk away.
No, we're not going to walk away, but I want, let's lose ourselves in the crowd. We can't stand here with this guy. We got about like a split second.
Absolutely,
before
let's go.
people
Right, let's
notice.
swing around to
Let's
the back.
find another way in.
Okay, great. So you guys all start to exit out out of the arena. You turn around back down into the casino, and you have to tell me where you're going to go look for a way out. Where are you going? Or a way into the back way to Mother Khana, whom you are here to assassinate. Where are you going to go?
And
Once Vic catches back up with the group, I think she would mention the locked door in the bathroom and be like, it's one of the only other doors that I saw. We could try it. She kind of just offhandedly.
All right, let's try it.
Oh, no.
Okay, great. So you guys are moving over to the locked door over there, and so you go back. Yep.
Too far?
And no, it's okay. When you arrive over there in the doorway, let's put you in the doorway if that's okay, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And Bic led the way. You guys can put the rest of you anywhere you want. You see Bic instantly. You see the guard that was kind of talking to Earl Aldar before you murdered him. That guard is talking to the hostess who's in this sort of like hot tub area, and they actually have one of those golems in there with them as well now, and they're all just kind of standing and kind of having a confab. Well, the golem's not; it's kind of just standing at attention. And you look in and you see this, and I want to know: do you want to move in and move through?
I think. What if I just go in there and start taking a bath? Maybe distract them. Maybe that'll just freak out the people in the hot tub, and it'll distract the guards in there.
Fish, you need to go in there and you need to take a bath and clog up the drain and the pipes with all your hair.
Oh.
And just make a mess of it, an absolute mess of it.
Okay.
Do Pixies like baths?
I mean,
I heard you
Cats
didn't
like water?
water, right?
Fish, you're gonna hop into the hot tub and make a scene, a distraction. Is that what you're telling me?
So, yeah, just to make sure I get it, you're going to go in and take a very distracting bath.
yes.
That's the plan?
That's the plan.
Solid plan.
Hold on. I do love this plan. I also want to mention, remember when I tossed the pocket watch, the wards? What if this is set up the same way that the drug lab was set up? Perhaps there's a control room where we could shut down something and make it a distraction, or I don't know, shut the golems off.
Interesting.
Very good
off of
point.
Yeah.
Maybe.
free those beasts.
I mean,
Maybe.
Volcano
Is
Los
there another
Dos.
exit? Is there other doors?
Fish can take a bath. We can do whatever we want to do.
I think we would have clocked. There's like another door on the other side of that main
Yeah, that
room.
we haven't.
Nobody's tried it.
Well, you all are kind of standing outside the hot tub courtyard, and this hostess finally moves down and starts looking out of the door to see if anybody's approaching, and rolls a 3 to notice you guys. So you haven't been clocked by this party that's kind of out here sort of confabbing in the courtyard. So whatever you're going to do, though, you should do it quickly because people are looking for you.
Great.
For us.
Go in the other door or distract them here and go in this one.
Let's try the other door.
Okay.
Let's try the other door.
I like the idea of maybe shutting down the security. That sounds like a good plan.
If we can, yeah.
If it exists. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe this is a trap.
I like all sorts of ideas. I like flying. I love kick down the wall.
Let's give it a
Everything's
shot.
great.
Let's
Okay,
go
so what's the
explore
other
this
door
other
you're
door.
going into? Are you crossing the entire casino over here to this area?
I think
Yes,
that's what
sir.
we said, yeah.
Okay, so, and is everybody going?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And let's move everybody over there then, and let's open up this area that looks kind of interesting. There's kind of an interesting odor coming from it.
Oh no.
When you kind of approach, and you hear the sounds of kind of plumbing and things going off. And we will go ahead and remove fog of war here, and you see that it is the bathroom, and that there is a man walking along, and he has the same sort of ethereal quality. He's a ladron as well of the hostesses you've seen earlier, and he's holding a tray with all kinds of powders and little filters and vials on it. And as you watch, somebody comes out of a stall, hands him a couple oboli, grabs like a milky filter, a milky kind of test tube, and the man goes, "Enjoy." And then the guy goes back into a stall, and you hear, I don't know what he's using, but it makes him go, and so you have found the bathroom and the guy that sells you drugs in the bathroom.
Cool.
Okay.
Question, Jared, on the map, is that a staircase?
Yes, it is a staircase.
Okay.
There is a staircase there.
Okay. All right. There's a staircase at the back of the room. I mean, I walk into the bathroom. We already have entered. I might as well go into the bathroom.
Okay.
Yes.
As well, explore.
Welcome. These facilities are unisex, of course. Or he looks at the tabaxi, other. Can I interest you in a little party favor? My name's Leo.
Leo.
Cool.
He looks carefully at Skunt. Would Leo and Skunt have crossed paths at some point?
Seems like they might have.
Yeah, but he doesn't recognize you, Skunt. He just rolled a 3. So, even though he deals with drugs and you worked in the drug lab here, he's not placing it. There's a lot of people on Temple Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky break.
Yep.
Not wanting to seem like draw attention by not wanting to partake in while we're in a pleasure dome, I'll just ask how much.
He's like, 5 gold for the powder, 3 gold for these filters, and he kind of rattles off a bunch of drugs for you. I mean, there's like, spider poisons and all kinds of odd tricks and chemicals that you can imbibe here.
Great.
I hand him 5 gold.
Great. He hands you some of the powder. Enjoy.
Oh yeah, we will.
I know your kind have a taste for this sort of thing.
And as I'll grab Bix's hand like we're going off somewhere, like together. But I'll try to go all the way back towards that staircase.
Great. You guys notice that the staircase goes down into some tunnels that apparently are beneath the arena.
Let's go. I squeeze Keena's hand harder as like a, we should go this way.
Fish calls out, ladies, you can't have a good time without me. And then he tips his tail to the drug dealer in the bathroom and really accentuates a drunken walk and maybe stumbles into a wall as he tries to follow the ladies.
But you hear out from the hall, we consent.
Great. Everybody is consenting.
We all want this. Yes, we all do.
Okay,
We
great.
love each other.
Thank you for being clear about that.
Great. This is all good. Yes.
So is everybody going down into the
Affirmative
tunnels
consent.
beneath the
Let's
arena?
go. Yes.
Okay.
And I think maybe as I swing around, I will Skun will minor illusion the sound of like a little just basically.
Let's all do the sounds. Guys,
Yeah,
let's all do the
we
sounds.
can all imagine the sounds.
On the count of 3, we all do them at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yay.
You know that's what I like.
So Skunk, Kina, Fish,
Roll
and
that
Bick
beautiful
are all
bean
going
footage.
into the tunnels beneath the. I don't even know what sound were you making? The sounds of
Pleasure. General
pleasure.
The sounds of pleasure, Jared. The sounds of a group of folks just like indulging in powders.
Yes.
Leo, you can't see it because you're in another area now, but Leo just is kind of bored, completely ignoring it. And then while you're doing that, two other people come in and immediately start making the real sounds of pleasure. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that happens in the Pleasure Dome. You find yourself in tunnels, not pictured here, under the arena. And there is, as you get a little farther down past the steps, a locked door.
Mm-hmm.
A locked double door.
Great.
All right. And I crack my knuckles and I go, my turn. And I'm going to pick the lock.
Okay, very good. Give me a sleight of hand skill check. This lock is very formidable looking. It is mechanical, and you have your tools, right?
Yeah.
No advantage here, but no disadvantage because you have your tools.
Right,
let me know how it goes. I'm going to say it's a DC 17.
I rolled natural 18 plus 3 for my sleight of hand.
Nice.
You find yourself in a, there you go. They open and you notice that there was no trap to this. It's just a stout door to keep people out. And when you get down under here, you notice that there is sort of a tunnel that sort of circles where the bleachers would be in the arena. And then in the middle of underneath the arena is a large space, like a ballroom or gymnasium sized space off of this tunnel. And there's many entrances into this space. And you can see that there are like crates with like hay, and two of them are locked up, and there are two other like huge guard drakes down there, and there are actually a couple of trainers down there, or people kind of like keeping track of them. And are people being stealthy?
Yes.
Yes.
Then please roll stealth for me, everybody. And if you want, someone can lead the stealth roll. It can be Bick, and then the rest of you can roll, and I'll give her disadvantage if like a bunch of you fail.
I rolled
You
a
wanna do-
9.
So maybe I lead it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Bick
that
leads
sounds
it.
right.
Everybody needs to roll, though.
Okay.
Did you get?
22.
Yes.
22, and then but we had a 9. What did Skunt roll? What did Fish roll?
And did you say if Bick did well, then we roll with advantage?
No, sir. Bick's gonna roll. She got a 22. But if
Nice
the
try.
rest of you roll poorly, she rolls another die and has a disadvantage. Okay.
Understood.
Yeah.
I rolled 16 with my disadvantage.
Okay. Very good. Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
That's great.
Skunt rolled a 13.
Okay. Fish.
Fish was the 9.
Oh, Fish was the 9. Okay, that's only one really bad roll. The rest of you did well. So you do not alert these trainers that are down beneath the arena.
Nice.
So you can follow the tunnel that sort of circles underneath the bleachers, or you can go in and mess with these guard drakes that are in pens in our theater of the mind right now underneath the arena.
That might come in handy later. I'd love to know if we could get up into that box from underneath.
Yeah, I wonder... I don't know. What's our plan? Are we sneaking, trying to get to Mother Khana? Are we making a distraction?
Well, let's see if there is some sort of power source down here for security that we could find, like in the drug lab. And if not, then let's see if there's a way to sneak into the back of that balcony from here and maybe quietly take those guards out before we get to Mother Khana.
Yeah, take them
Yeah.
out. And then on the way
Quietly
back,
pick them up. Go ahead.
we got these beasts to free and cause a little havoc if things go sideways.
Yeah, you're crazy. You're a really, really crazy person, but I like it. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Go crazy or go home.
Okay, shh.
Okay, I
that's
want to
right,
go
right.
crazy.
That's my 13.
Yeah, right.
Want to go crazy? If we could pick off the guards quietly first. Feel like It increases our chances of going crazy later.
Are you talking about the trainers, or are you talking about the guards at Mother
Guards.
Khana? Okay, yeah. So let's
guards.
sneak around the tunnel out of sight, not go through the middle, and get to the other side.
Okay, so you're sneaking around in the tunnel. You're staying away from the place where they kind of keep the animals in the center. And as you're sneaking around the tunnel, you notice that there are openings out into the arena, of course, where they take the animals. And there is sort of a magical barrier set up. And you could kind of peek out and look out into the arena again if you wanted to. There's one in the north, and there's one under the ramp you would take to get up into the stands in the south.
Could I take a little peek just to see if there's any commotion about the dead body that's now in the thing, in the hallway?
Yeah.
walkway?
Oh, yeah, you certainly could take a little peek. Would you like to take a little peek? Are you going to the north tunnel or the south tunnel?
Whichever one's not close to the commotion or the what I feel like might be commotion.
Yeah, they're about
which I think would be the
equidistant, but
north.
the north tunnel isn't as close to the casino floor where you guys were kind of hanging out earlier. And so if you look here, the arena has a northern kind of tunnel where they let the guard drakes in. And Khana, you kind of sneak over to there, and you kind of look out, and you see that there are now more of these sort of like hostesses sort of like looking around in the arena crowd like they're kind of like searching for somebody. And Khana, give me a stealth roll with advantage. Or actually, you have disadvantage normally.
So it's just a straight roll.
Yeah, so give me just a straight roll, and they are going to see if they spot you. The ones that are kind of over here on the south end where they might spot you, like looking out of the tunnel. It's not a great chance for them, but of course you do have big armor and clank around a little bit. So let's see if they spot you.
But I rolled a 19.
Yeah. Okay, they don't spot you. You're doing really well.
Not today.
One more thing, Khana. You can make a perception roll if you want.
Ooh, yes, please. Ooh, however, that is a 7.
A 7 is not good. So you don't really know, other than that, what might be important out here. You just see that the fight is about over. This red guard drake has kind of ripped to pieces this sort of bluish black one. And people are kind of like handing their money to like some like Pleasure Dome workers who are walking among them.
Okay. Guys, there seem to be some more hostesses around the arena. We might want to still keep our guard down. I don't know if anybody else wants to take a look.
I mean, I'll take a gander. Yeah.
Should we...
Great, make a perception roll.
Here we go.
Should we look for disguises, guys? Like maybe there's some trainer outfits down here or guard outfits.
I rolled a critical 1.
Critical 1, which I think really exposes you. I think that Skunt goes to kind of peek out of this like tunnel where they let the guard drakes in, and when he does, suddenly like he is clocked. And Skunt, would you please place your character here at this southern tunnel?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Right here.
where's my little avatar right now?
Your little
still
avatar
at the,
is here,
okay.
yeah, all the way over here. So place your little avatar here at this sort of north tunnel into the arena here. I'll do it. Put him right there. And Skunt, I think that what you did was you kind of like really wanted to take a really close look, and you kind of touch the barrier for a second, so it zaps up for a second. And that is when these hostesses who are on the other side spot you, and they start waving to someone who's on the bleachers behind you. And suddenly this hostess has moved down to where you're at and is kind of like... Excuse me. Hello.
It's like moved, is it like level with me, or is it like peeking
She's
down?
kind of
over
looking down, like hanging down and looking at you.
I mean, I don't want any part of that. Fuck.
It's like, yeah. Sorry, am I not supposed to be down here?
You've engaged with her, and now she goes. She's going to cast Hold Person on you first.
Well, ain't that so?
It's like,
Crud.
intruder, don't go another step. She's an Eladrin and she's very fayish. She's like literally like doing a little bit of gymnastics to hang down into the tunnel with her hair kind of flowing kind of dreamily. Intruder, don't go another step. Give me a save for a hold person. That will be a wisdom save.
Okay.
You said
17?
you made your character smarter, so this is
17 is a success. You are not held.
Yeah.
You're not held. What are you going to do?
Right. Yeah. Pull her down.
grab her hair.
Let's bring them all down on us. I guess they're gonna come down on us anyway. Yeah, that's the. I'll take that suggestion. That's the crazy scuntish thing to do. It's like, so she's like, don't move a muscle. It's like, terribly sorry, darling. I think I have to. And so, yeah, and then I grab her by the necklace and try to pull her down to the tunnel.
Okay, you grab her by the necklace. You try to pull her down to the tunnel. Give me an attack roll.
Great. Is that just a... Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, that ain't good. 9.
Okay, so that's no problem. I have something called Instinctive Charm. The enchanter tries to magically divert an attack made against it, provided that the attacker is within 30 feet of it, invisible to it. The enchanter must decide to do so before the attack hits or misses. I know that your attack missed, but I decided to do so before that. You must make another DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
I succeed.
Okay.
17.
So you attack. It says you attack any other creature that is closest to it.
Okay.
So you reach for her, and she's like, it's so beautiful and so wonderful, and just like a manic pixie dream girl. She's just like the gal you've always wanted to meet, and you can't quite do it. And that's when she goes, curtains. And that's when this magical barrier sort of like disappears. There's another creature that's closest to you, Skunts.
Oh.
And is it one of these drakes?
Oh, no.
It's noticed that the barrier is down.
Cool. Super cool. And I have to attack it? Is that what you're saying?
Let's make sure I'm not totally cheesing this. The attacker must make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. You did. You failed. On a failed save, the attacker targets the creature closest to it other than the enchanter or itself. If multiple creatures are closest, the attacker chooses which one to target. But you being on this level, that's the closest thing to you, I think.
Okay. And that's if I fail an attack roll against it.
No, when you attacked, she used her Instinctive Charm, which is like a reaction. And she charmed you and set this off.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I did succeed on my wisdom save, though, if that means anything.
Wait. You succeeded on your DC 14 Wisdom save?
I did. I rolled a 17.
That was earlier when she used...
when you asked for it again, I rolled another success.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. You do not have to attack this creature.
Cool.
Thank God.
Okay.
But it's not... There's a barrier between us and it.
But she has removed the barrier, yes.
But that's a barrier between everything. Okay, now that the barrier's down, I want to see if I can see Mother Khana from here.
Yeah, Mother Khana's gone, but this guy right here is screaming, "Get them! Get that! Get him!" and pointing at you now. And these hostesses are jumping down into the arena.
Cool.
And now everybody rolls initiative.
Oh my God. This was the worst case, I think.
Great.
Here's a question, Jared. Do we still have our brooms?
23.
The brooms, I mean, no, because you had to leave the, you do if you can roll a DC 20 for me or something like that. If you can roll like a, You can tell I'm a dungeon master who's desperately trying to not let you fly out of this.
Right.
Let me see. We'll talk about the brooms in a minute. Just give me your initiative right now, okay?
Fish is a 23.
A 23 for Fish.
I rolled a natural fucking 20. Why couldn't that have been the broom roll?
I
has
also
a
rolled
20.
a natural 20.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Skunt has a 20. I think Bick has more decks. Okay. Kina, how did you do?
I gave my broom to Skunt earlier.
Yes, but how'd you do on your initiative roll?
Oh, initiative 13.
13 for Kina. And now my people go here at an 18, and then I need to roll for one of these guard drakes. Here we go. Oh, not great. Okay, so great. Okay, that means that so. Guys, looking at the map, let's place your characters. I want you to treat these, you can place them, so you see I'm moving Kina in, but you can place them anywhere inside the bleachers here and treat that as the tunnel beneath. That's where you're really at. If you want to be there, Fish, like right there, ready to help Skunt, you can be.
Okay, well.
That's completely fine, but you could also say, no, my character's like over here underneath the bleachers. And that's completely fine as well. Okay, guys?
Well, I had just popped up right before that, so I would have been nearby.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, great. So it looks like Bick, Skunt, and Kina are kind of right here near the tunnel that leads out to where the barrier has been brought down, and this guard drake and these enchantresses are sort of moving towards you. And so let's begin with Fish, who's the only person who kind of stayed back. Fish, what are you going to do?
Fish wants to look around down there and see if there are any tools to help keep the drakes, that the trainers use to help keep them tame the way that lion trainers use chairs. Is there some sort of drake tool around?
Ooh, what a very,
pod.
very interesting question. I really kind of love that question. So I'm going to put a little symbol on Fish to show that he's on the lower level here. Let's make it this little rook symbol. That means you're on the lower level here, Fish. And are you going to run up to the trainers and try to take something that they have? Because there are trainers out in this center room beneath the arena. Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, but
Give me an investigation roll.
Okay.
Oh, man.
How'd you do?
I did an 11.
Okay, so your 11 means that you realize that there's nothing immediately at hand. And if you really want to get something that these trainers use, you're going to have to go up to the trainers and see what they have on them. They're carrying whips. You can see that they have some crates near where they hold the guard drakes. Mm-hmm. You have to go over there and sort of try to steal something from them or take them down.
Okay,
you can't just find something over in this tunnel.
Can I go up to them and tell them that the drakes upstairs that everybody needs their help upstairs because the drakes have gone wild and broken through the force field?
Okay, yes you can, but I just want to let you know something about that roll. To do that, you are a tabaxi monk that they've never met before.
It's true.
Who is going to run up to them and say,
drunkenly,
"Hey, you're needed upstairs." So you may go ahead and try that. Would you like to?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Fish, who we see from the little symbol on him, is on the lower level, runs up to the two guard drake trainers and tells them, "Hey, we need your help upstairs. What can you use to tame the drake? It's getting free." And you may go ahead and roll a deception roll for me, Fish, at disadvantage, I think.
Can I use my inspiration?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you. What does my inspiration give me?
It gives you a re-roll after you've rolled.
Great, I need to re-roll.
Okay.
I'll never use that dice again. And it's still at disadvantage?
Yeah.
All right. It's a 10.
A 10. Okay. A 10 still beats their 9. And so these trainers whom you're talking to are suddenly going to also appear in the tunnels. I think they'll appear in the tunnels to the south, and they're carrying like whips and like these weird little like they look like bellows, but they're carrying them and they're running in from the south. Let's see. That's one trainer right there. Actually, he's the only one that goes, while the other one kind of stays beneath. But there's a trainer right here coming in through the south tunnel, running toward the guard drake to kind of help it because it realized it's gotten free thanks to Fish, and that's Fish's turn. And let's go to Bick.
Okay, yeah, Bick was leading the group and is ahead. So she turns back and sees all this commotion with Skunt and like looking out. I don't know what we should. I don't know. I think Bick yells to Kina and be like, so she's not there, so what's the plan? We keep moving forward, we fight?
We need to find her. I don't know, if I don't want to fight if I don't have to.
Yeah,
I want to find Khana.
All right.
But we might not have a choice.
Bick is going to run ahead to see if there is a way to get up to the stage area to at least not be stuck in this tunnel.
Okay, so you're gonna you're gonna go into the arena, or no? You're gonna go ahead. I see what you're doing. So you're staying in the tunnel. That's okay. That's perfect, actually. So staying in the tunnel, you continue to run around to where you'd be under Mother Khana's box, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. And in this tunnel, you in fact find, like that you are completely, definitely under her box right now. Like without a doubt, you are like underneath Mother Khana's box, and you have the distance for that, right? Did you have to dash to get over there?
Let me double check. I think I did.
Yeah, let me check.
Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
I can get 30 feet.
Well, you'd have to go like, remember when we were talking before, you have to go like
let me see.
Yeah, see, this would
20.
be like more like 30 feet because you have to go around. You can't go through the center there.
Yeah, so I'll bonus action dash.
Great, no problem. So now you're under it, and now you don't see anything. It's just kind of like more stone tunnel over here, but you're searching, right?
Yes.
Give me a investigation check, and if there's anything thieves do that helps them find stuff, let me know.
Yeah, I think I'm looking in a very thievish way. I'm like tapping the walls for a secret entrance. I'm looking for like scuff marks on the floor of something that could maybe be moved out of the way. And that's a 14 plus 16.
A 16?
Yes.
Okay, really, really interesting. All right, with your 16, I'm going to say that you find a odd little space in the wall where like you actually have to go all the way down to where the wall meets the floor, and you realize that there's like air coming out.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, and then I guess maybe like check for traps, if that would make sense.
Very good. Yes, give me a perception check.
11. 16 again.
16. It's not trapped. It's just a secret door.
Right.
Do I know how to open it?
I think you do. Yeah.
All right, I give a whistle. I think that's my turn because I used my dash and bonus.
I think so.
But
I think
give a
you're
whistle.
done for now.
Yeah.
I think you're
Free
done
action.
for now. But
Do
that
I
was
hear-
really
do
cool.
I hear the whistle?
don't think so. She's so far away now. Well, let's see. Perception roll, Kina.
Echoey tunnel.
Yeah.
I rolled a 12.
I'm sorry, Kina. In the loud cheering and the crazy crowd and everything that's happening, you don't hear Bick whistling for you. And so now we come to Skunt.
That's right. Okay, I don't think Skunk would need to hear a whistle. He wants to get to Khana. All he wanted to do was get around under the box and come up from underneath. So now that Chaos is broken loose, he wants to get over there stat. So I'm basically, I think, making the same move, just like trying to make a beeline around the circuit of the arena to get under the box to see if there's a way he thinks up.
Okay, great. You can go ahead and take your movement, and like I showed with our friend, that
just gets me around about the same zone. I think if I dash over there.
Okay, so you're dashing over there, and you find Bick as Bick is kind of like sticking her fingers underneath, like between like the cobbles of the floor and like this little section, this partition of wall.
And I'm going shh, shh, shh. Like I'm pointing to it, and I'm just like, "Shut up, we're here. This is it."
Okay, great. And then that is when it comes to the ladies' turn. And let's see how much movement they have. They are going to... Remember, Fish, you're not really here in the center of the arena. You're underneath. Oh, yeah, they don't quite have... Well, actually, they can go 30 feet and get close to you. And who's left? Kina? Oh, Kina, you're kind of around the corner here, aren't you? You're kind of not quite visible.
I was underneath after...
Yeah, you're underneath. No, you definitely are underneath. Okay. So I'm gonna put. So Kina isn't quite standing out in the tunnel to the arena. She's kind of like tucked behind the corner of that big door. So these enchanters can't quite make eye contact with her yet. And not knowing where the entire party has gone, they're just going to, they're just gonna dash all the way because they're trying to follow orders and stop this intrusion situation so they can get right to the edge there. Okay, here we go. They go right up to the edge here. And this one goes right up to the edge here. And even our friend up top hops down. Boom. Oh, wait. She has movement left, though. And she steps into the tunnel. And she sees Kina. And she's going to attack with some of her powers. Oh, so she hops down. She has enough movement to get into the tunnel with Kina, and then she's gonna cast something on Kina. Let's see here. She will cast Hold Person on you, Kina. Please make a Wisdom save.
Oh my goodness.
She's like, don't move a muscle.
Come on.
Dirty 20.
Yes.
Oh,
Not
God.
today.
Great, Kina, you are free to act, and in fact, it is your turn.
Yes.
Can I disengage and dash for it?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to dash to where your friends are? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. You stay in the tunnel. You disengage. Actually, you have a little less movement, I think. You only have 30 if you're using the disengage action. So let me just see exactly where you go. Yeah, you've gotten to about here down in the tunnel. So you're about halfway to that area where Skunt and Bick are kind of opening the secret door underneath Mother Khana's, secret audience box. Okay, so you're like about here. Boom, Kina, and you've had the enchantresses hot on your tail, and that's when we come to the Drake, which, look, guys, I mean, maybe these enchantresses should have thought this through a little more, but this Drake comes up and starts to kind of like snap at them, and it attacks one of them.
Oh my God!
And it rolls only a 2. It rolls only a 2, yeah. Too bad. Let's see. Does it get multi-attack? It sure does. Here comes its second attack against the other one. It turns and bites at the other one. And it rolls a 5, guys.
Whoa.
The guard Drake hasn't quite snapped them in 2 yet. And so that's the enemy's moves. Fish, you're still under in that kind of like trainer area. There's a trainer with you talking to you. What do you want to do?
Well, he doesn't suspect me of anything.
Nope.
So I think I'm just gonna go run to where my friends were in this secret spot they found.
I think that's completely fair. I think you have the movement to do that and something else. Would you like to open this door that they found? Because it's clear that they've found some sort of secret entrance or secret door here.
I would.
Okay. Fish suddenly arrives and helps you guys push up this secret door, and let's reveal the back area of our arena. There is someone or something back there. The door goes rattling up, and our friends find themselves in the VIP area. Yes.
Oh,
Where Mother Khana stands with the hill giant you guys were messing with out in the fields.
Oh,
No.
Lord.
God.
No,
Question,
he's
do I
right.
see? Am I able to see this now that I'm 30 feet away with dark vision? Can I see this? Get them going through this secret door?
Yeah, you can see them starting to go through the secret door, but you don't know who it is. I'm just going to give Mother Khana a free action. She looks to the hill giant and goes, kill them. And then she turns like she doesn't even care about you guys and is about to walk off. And so you guys get up to open this secret door. You're looking into kind of like a banquet room, you know, where you're kind of like pushing aside, like there was like I don't know what you call it, like a credenza or like a cabinet. You're kind of pushing it up. Like on this side of the room, it would have looked like a normal piece of the room, but you're now pushing up this credenza or cabinet, and you're all looking through, and the hill giant's there, and it smiles, and it starts lumbering toward you. And let me add it to the initiative order. My initiative rolls, you guys are so lucky at how bad my initiative rolls always are. Okay. There you go.
Can he fit through that secret door?
He can. It's large enough. It's like a big. I mean, look. I'm gonna make him use extra movement if he has to follow you through it. But yes, he can. So Fish's turn. He opened that door. It's now Bick's turn.
Yeah. Okay. Would you consider if Bick opens the door and then she goes, surprise? Would you consider them surprised?
If she opened, they said, well, it seems like they were kind of ready for you, doesn't it?
So they're not surprised, is what
Let's
you're
see.
saying.
Let's see.
Did they know it would be me?
You know what? Surprised. Yeah, I think they're surprised.
Let's go.
Great.
Yes. So classic superhero move. Surprise. And then I'm going to shoot her. Or villain. Maybe Bick's a villain. I'm going to shoot Mother Khana with my crossbow.
Great, no problem.
What is my to hit? 13, 14, 18 to hit.
18 to hit is a hit.
Yeah. All right, so that is going to be 3d6 damage with my extra surprise attack.
Okay, great.
4, 5, 6. That's only 8 damage.
Okay.
But then I do that, and then as my bonus action, I am going to touch into my pocket where the scroll that I found from Grinson is, and I am going to cast. That's right, I'm casting a spell. I'm going to cast Ray of Frost on Mother Khana. So with Ray of Frost, it's 1d8 damage. Or no, it's 1d8 cold damage, and their speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay, great.
So do I have to roll to hit?
Let's look.
I don't. Oh yeah, must make a ranged spell attack. Here I go.
Blast him.
That's going to be a 16 plus 2.
16.
18.
18 altogether. That is a hit.
Nice.
Nice. All right, so 1d8. That's 3 damage, but they are reduced by 10 feet.
Speed is reduced by 10 feet. Got it. Okay. That's a lot of fun. You're on her tail. So basically, your bolt goes into her like leg as she's kind of like kill them and starts walking away. Suddenly, a crossbow bolt goes into her leg, and she turns, and you're looking at like the evil version of Kina, like these big black lacquered horns that have like these little golden like tips that she's kind of affixed on, and she even has like a couple golden teeth as well, and she has these long kind of like sharp fingernails, but she's wearing big black plate and has like the bat wings folded up like Kina, and she looks at you, and the look of sheer hatred in her eyes, Bick, at the fact that you have deigned to touch her, it's like smoldering hatred, and you can tell she's remembering your face as she looks at you. And now that is the end of Bix's excellent turn, and now it's Skunt's turn.
Yeah. Skunt's time to shine. Here we go.
Okay, yeah, I think great. Skunt twists into the doorway, like kind of just like rolls in and sees this like snowy blast come out of Bick.
It's like unexpected, very nice. So seems like you got a bit cold. Let's try to warm you up a bit, eh?
And just kind of like throws out a couple of finger guns and is like fire on one end, fire on the other, and like twin magic fire bolts the giant and Mother Khana.
Woo! Here we go.
Yes.
Great. Here we go. Bam, bam. Giant Khana. Okay, the giant connects. The Khana does not. The giant was a 21.
Hit.
Great. That's 10 fire damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And then, with my remaining move, I'm going to move the 10 feet back to the little, just kind of like leaning against the opening in the tunnel, like over here.
Okay.
And speaking as a free action, right?
Yeah, of course it is.
Just going to see if this works. I'm going to look out, seeing the drakes nipping and chomping at the enchantresses, and I'll just say, curtains. And see if because she said that right in front of me, and I want to see if the barrier goes up again.
Yeah, that's great.
Wow.
You say curtains, and suddenly, like the entire barrier goes up again, and it looks like our friend, the Enchantress Scorpio, is outside of it, but these two are trapped inside of it.
Amazing.
So they're like, so I mean, they can speak on their turn, but maybe the guard drake gets to go first. We'll see. We'll see.
Yes, we'll see.
Nice, Skunt. I like it. Very funny. And that is Skunt's excellent turn, and now it is the Enchanter's turn. And let's just see something. Let's just see what they do. One actually is going to turn and try to enchant. Going to try to enchant our guard drake here. Let's see how she does. The most exciting part of any D&D adventure, when the DM is just making characters fight each other with you kind of just sitting there. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So it did not. It doesn't work.
Woo!
Yeah, it's not good. Well, actually, wait, that's hold monster. Actually, I can use that instead. That's what I meant to use. Yeah, it made a wisdom save. The guard drake makes a wisdom save, and it needs to make it. Okay, yeah, it didn't work. The guard drake made its wisdom save, which it normally wouldn't, but it rolled a 14, and it has to roll 14 or higher. So it made its wisdom save. The monster is not held, and so what does our other enchanter do? Our other enchanter is going to say curtains and get out.
Natch.
Yeah, naturally. Okay, that is their turn. Actually, they're going to move through the halls toward you now, these enchanters. The ones that have movement left. And let me see exactly how much movement they have left. They can get to here, and this one can get to... So they can get to about here. Okay. So here they come. Two enchantresses. Boom. Boom. And they are there, and they are in hot pursuit of you, but they haven't arrived to where they can quite get eye contact with you yet, because you guys aren't facing in that direction. And that's the enchanter's turn, and now it is Kina's turn.
Okay. I suddenly remember something from my sisterhood where I'm like, there was something I remember. There was like words, and I'm like patting my pockets, and I pull out this little tiny scroll, and I make the holy sign of Ikatra. So I just kind of do that thing against my ear, and I whisper these words, and then you see this crackling energy form around me, and it is my shield of faith that I have cast upon myself.
Yes.
As my bonus action. Haley Katra. And are these two other Eladrins near me now? Are they?
They are near
within
you.
Melee range.
They are
All right.
definitely within melee range, and I think that the reason they didn't dominate you or enchant you yet is because you were kind of facing your friends, you know, and they haven't quite gotten around you to get eye contact. So taking them down is a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, so what I shall do then is, I can only attack one, but I will hit one of them with my longsword.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
And that is 11 points of slashing damage. They are slowed by 10 feet.
You catch Virga by surprise. She's running after you, trying to get around you, and you just kind of like light up with like Ikatra's divine light and turn and slam her with your sword for 11 points of damage, and you have slowed her as well. You can move, but you will be taking possibly an opportunity attack. Would you like to do that, Kina?
Yes, I would.
Okay, so Kina, move your character where you'd like her to go. And I'm going to give Virga an opportunity attack after you've slashed her with that stuff. An opportunity attack means I don't think that she can actually do anything but use her quarterstaff. She can't like cast a spell as an opportunity attack. And so her opportunity attack is a 12 versus your AC, not enough. And so she misses you.
So I would like to catch up with Skunt.
Okay, go ahead and place your character where you'd like them to go. Yeah, and so as you slash her and then run off, and she misses with her quarterstaff, her beauty suddenly turns into like, you know, when who is it in the Lord of the Rings where the Galadriel suddenly like gets kind of dark for a second, like come back here, like her beauty falls away, and you see her unseelie side for a moment. But you have gotten to where the fight is really happening, Kina. Good turn. And now it is the Hill Giant's turn. The Hill Giant, who has, 10 feet of reach, moves up, filling the doorway. It is now disadvantaged, or no, not disadvantaged, but Mother Khana, if she doesn't move from this spot, would now have like at least half cover. And the Hill Giant is going to swing at our friend Bick.
Of course.
You know it.
No.
Here it comes.
I'm nervous.
Oh, 10 versus your AC.
No, not gonna happen. Also, did I mention that Bick has been wearing her helmet that she found from Dr. Milius?
Yeah.
So she's got her little plus to her AC thanks to that. But still, 10 does not hit.
Well, then he's
helmet.
swinging his multi. He has a multi attack. He's swinging at Fish, and that is how do I roll like this, everybody? That is a 9. No, I'm sorry, that's a 15. 15 versus your AC.
Nope.
No, still not a hit.
No.
Okay, so the Hill
No,
Giant
Daddy.
is swinging impotently and bellowing with rage, but he's not able to do anything. And then that is when it is the Drake's turn to do something. And so our Drake is going to attack this enchanter again.
Do it.
And it critical misses, which I think means that it gives up on her or loses interest, and then just sort of kind of moves, like it starts milling around the arena, kind of like unfocused, like, because it is an animal and it doesn't have a giantly high intelligence. And so I think that like a lion would, after it snaps at you a couple times, it's maybe like, what's over here? Okay, so that's its turn, and now it's Mother Khana's turn. Mother Khana, what should you do, darling? You have so many choices, so many names. Mother Khana is going to first do, like, her look of sheer hatred activates. Yeah, oh no, she doesn't have the distance. You guys are just out of range of something, you bitches. Okay, so she doesn't do that. She's just going to be a smart criminal and run. She has less movement because of that cone of cold, but she's got 20 feet of movement, and so she's going to go her 20 feet. Wait. Oh, shit. She's really not out of there. You've really slowed her down. Okay, but she is out of line of sight from you now. And there she goes. That's her turn, and we come back to Fish.
Fish would like to run in and come after Mother Khana.
Okay.
And so Fish, gets about here and then leaps on the table. And Fish has 50 feet of movement, so I think I can do it. And then Fish would like to jump off the table and take the quarterstaff that was in his tail while he was running and whip it around to the front, and then come down and smack Mother Khana in the back of the head.
Okay, go for it.
Oh my god, I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, do your damage.
Okay, my damage. So that's 8 plus 5. So 13, and then I'd like to do my flurry of blows.
Okay.
And
Damn.
With the first unarmed strike, I'm going to whip my, my quarterstaff. My tail is going to come around and grab the quarterstaff to get out of my way. I'm going to try to claw at. Mother Khana probably has wings too, right?
She does.
I'd like to just try to claw at the wings with the first one. That is only a 11.
Okay, that's not a hit.
Okay, I'm gonna try it again. And that is a 17.
A 17? Okay, that is not a hit.
Okay, well, I get one more special. It's my key-fueled attack. And I'm going to hit it with my monk weapon. I'm going to take the quarterstaff back into my hands.
Bam.
That's a miss.
A miss. So she is. It's not that you're bad, Fish. It's that she's good. So she's got her sword up and she's kind of blocking you and parrying with great paladin skill. And then occasionally she uses her wings as a shield, and she's kind of hissing at you the whole time and licking her lips in this horrifying way. And again, as her red eyes clock you, you can see she's remembering you, Fish. She's remembering every move you make. She's making a note to kill you later. And now that's Fish's turn. It's Bic's turn.
All right. Bic, I don't want to get trapped in this room with this hill giant because I will absolutely die, but I need to get to Mother Khana. But I don't even think I can hit her because I'm not that strong. I'm not a good fighter. I think I'm just gonna have to shoot at this hill giant and stay out of the room until Kina can get here. This is not going well.
Okay, that's. I mean, you're just playing smart. I think firing at the hill giant. Yes.
There is an exit in this room, though. I wouldn't be trapped.
Three exits.
And she's heading somewhere. You know what? Fuck it. I'm running into the room too. I can't leave Fish alone.
Okay, great.
I am gonna run in. I am gonna use my bonus action to dash, and then I am going to try to grapple her.
Okay, great. Go for it.
Okie dokie.
You could roll well. You could get it.
That's an 18.
That's a hit.
That's it.
Okay.
So you do no damage, but you have restrained Mother Khana.
Okay.
Guys, are you about to win the entire campaign today?
Oh my.
Don't tease us. Don't tease us.
While she's fighting with Fish, Bick kind of like, rolls and crawls and like suddenly gets up behind her and comes up behind her and restrains Mother Khana's arms, and her armor is covered with like little spikes and all kinds of like, black metal ornamentation, and it's kind of like your hands are bleeding, but you hold on for dear life, Bick. And then it is Skunt's turn.
That is correct.
But wait, did you go by that hill giant to get in here? You did, right, Bick?
Yes, I did. Opportunity attack.
That's an opportunity attack happened.
Do your worst.
And the worst that our friend does is a 22 versus your AC.
Oh,
fuck.
That really hits me hard.
Okay, and let's even see if you do get this off, because if you get this grapple off, because he does 15 bludgeoning damage to you.
Oof.
Okay, I'm still standing. I get the grapple off, but I am like really struggling to grapple, and like my hair is in my face covered with blood, and it's not looking great for Vic.
Oh boy. Things are getting really exciting, everybody. I'm really excited to find out what happens. Now we come to Skunt. I'm sorry, Skunt, go for it.
Great. Okay. Once again, I think Skunt just wants to do some bashing, pop in and bash. So I'll move. Jeez Louise. I'll move back to the door. I don't know why it's... Yeah, I'll move back to the door. And when it looks like on that table, Jared, there's a table in the middle of this secret VIP area, and it looks like it has some candles on it.
Sure.
And I assume that those are pretty like chunky and like probably like golden or something.
Let's see. Let me roll a d20. Natch 20, they're giant and chunky and golden.
Great. Well, assuming they're 5 pounds, I'm going to catapult one right at this hill giant's bean.
Okay. So, Skunt, it looks like you moved in past the hill giants.
This is me trying to move, and I that was not as far as I wished to go. There we go.
So Skunt,
that's more like it.
You come through the secret. Okay, you come up to the secret door. You don't go through it, and you maintain a little bit of distance. Okay, go ahead. Use your spell and chuck it at him.
Okay, great. That means you've got to make a save. The hill giant makes a save, a DC 14 dexterity save.
Okay, not our hill giant's best save. And in fact, he rolls a 14.
Oh, no.
But has a -1 for his dex. And so takes the hit. How much?
Here we go. Yeah. It's like, he rolls back into the room and is like, thought I told you needed to heat up. And you see the candle flicker and then like, just like fly across the room and crack him in the head for 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouchie. Okay.
And once again, I will duck out of the way.
Okay, really, really nicely done. And that's Skunt. And Skunt, go ahead and show me you're ducking out of the way there. Yeah. I think that you were within his but see, okay, so let's make sure we do this by the book.
Yeah,
what I'm seeing is a guy he's within melee range of the hill giant there. So if he's ducking back, he gets an opportunity attack against it.
In that case, I guess I mean I'll get it on the
I'm being a DM bitch. You could have moved your character here, right? But you didn't. You moved him here.
I guess I was unclear about like what would give me line of sight. That's fine though. I'll keep it.
Oh, actually, you're right. No, you're absolutely right, Skunt. You wouldn't have had line of sight back here. So you had to do that. And so here
tell me
comes
this: is this a doorway I'm currently looking at, or is there like
doorway? It's a doorway. You're looking through a doorway.
And is the giant down a staircase like 10, 15
feet? The giant
feet?
is not down a staircase. You just opened a secret door into this room.
It's a room.
Okay.
Great. It's just a room. Great.
It's a room. And here is the giant's opportunity attack against you.
Sweet.
And it's a critical miss.
Thank God.
So you move back, no problem.
Honk.
And I've moved you back. And so Skunt ran up, telekinesis, this huge candle to the side of the giant's head. And then the giant goes, swings, and Skunt just jumps back out of range. Really nicely done, Skunt. And now it is our Enchantress's turns. And boy, are they sore at you guys. Let's see if they can get around and take... Yeah, they have the movement to get in front of Skunt. And so she will. And let's see. They have the movement to get in front of Kina, I think. Where are you, dear? Let me make sure she has the movement. Yep, she sure does. So, this one moves in front of Kina. Yep, and turns to Kina. And then there's one more down there somewhere, right? Oh yeah, no, she's dealing with other stuff. Well, actually, she'll move in now. So she goes 5, 10, and then goes another 20 feet, trying to follow you all. Yeah, she goes to there. Okay, so she's running down the hallway after her sisters, but her two sisters have already kind of cornered Skunt and Kina, turned around in front of them and turned on their looks. Wow! Their Gorgon-like powers suddenly take effect, altering the reality around them, making their faces these bright, shining spotlights, their eyes blinking at you like limpid pools of pure water, and they are going to activate what spell? Let's see here. Skunt, you're going to be subject to a hold person. Make a wisdom save for me.
Oh my... Does my luck run out? Wisdom, you say?
That's it.
Oh, a 12.
A 12 is not enough. And Skunt, she's like, stop moving! And Skunt, suddenly you're like... And the other one looks at Kina and is like, not another step. And Kina, make a wisdom save for me.
Man. Let's see, what do I have got here? 16.
16 is enough, Kina. You're okay. But you are paralyzed. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. But right now, you are paralyzed, Skunt.
What? Skunt is paralyzed.
Skunt is paralyzed. Kina, you're okay. And that is our enchanters. And now it is Kina's turn.
All right. The one that told me to hold right there, I am going to slash her with my longsword.
Okay.
And can I canonically say that as he was being held, like Skunt is fighting it as his hand forms a rather rude gesture that is now like state in his statuesque mode. Exactly.
Yes, I love it. Permanent middle finger. Kina, make your attack.
23 to hit.
Oh.
11 points of slashing damage.
11
and she
points.
is also reduced speed by 10 points.
Great. Let me make a mark on each of these ladies to remember that their speed is reduced. Little clocks should do it. Or no, just
Until
this
the
one
end
lady.
of my next turn.
Just Scorpia. But you also hit one of the other ones, right? Mm-hmm. Earlier.
So would she have made it? To Skunt?
Oh my god, this is like I am so sorry to everybody. This D&D game, I keep having to retcon things, but listen, you're right. She had a speed penalty on her, right?
Oh.
So when she moved, she wouldn't have been able to get in front of you, and so you are not paralyzed.
Hey.
Skunt. That is
Amazing.
so annoying. I'm so embarrassed, but we gotta play by the rules, everybody. We gotta play by the rules. And so this character is right behind you, and she's shouting at you not to move. And maybe you do freeze for a second, but it doesn't quite affect you. She doesn't quite get eye contact. She wouldn't have had all the distance that she needed. And now we come to the Hill Giant. Okay, Hill Giant. Hill Giant decides these guys out in the hall are not really the main problem. The problem is these friends right here.
Oh dear.
And so he comes up behind Bick and Fish, makes his first...
Not forget, Bick is holding Mother Khana.
Oh, good point. He makes an attack against Fish. And that's a 17 versus your AC, Fish.
17 is my AC.
Okay. Here comes the damage.
Oh boy.
You take 10 damage from that one. And then he's so stupid. Let's see how stupid he is. Yeah, he's really dumb. He attacks Bick anyway and hits Mother Khana along with her.
Do it.
If he hits. Here it comes. Critical miss. And so I think that he starts to bring the club down on you, and Mother Khana is like, "You fool!" And then he's like, and stops for a second before he brings the hammer down on Mother Khana. But now Mother Khana can do all the nasty little things that she does because it's her turn.
So she's not being held anymore?
She's definitely restrained, but that doesn't affect her dreadful aspect. She exudes magical menace. Each enemy within 30 feet must succeed on a DC 13 wisdom saving throw right now. So could I please get wisdom saves from Fish and from our friend Bick?
I got a 14.
Nice.
I got a nat 20.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Okay, great. Then you are not affected by it, so she will simply make a strength roll to try to get out of your grip, okay?
Is it contested? Do I go against...
I think it is. Let's look up a grapple and make sure.
I think it is a contested strength roll.
I think you're right. So let's make sure we have it. Let's make sure we have it exactly. We want to make sure it is by the book.
Following the rule. I love when Jared has to follow the rules, but it turns out good for us. So hopefully this will also turn out good.
That's been
for
happening
us.
a lot.
Fingers crossed. Conditions.
Okay,
You gotta
here
be
we
so
go.
honest. You're so truthful, Jared. You're like, I made a mistake.
Well, you have to be. You have to be honest. I put my final boss into this situation thinking, oh, she's going to kick their asses and this campaign will keep going. And right now, I'm starting to sweat a little bit. Okay. It can use its action to escape. To do so, it must succeed on a strength. Oh, wait a second. Did Mother Khana just use her action? Actions. Dreadful aspect. Mother Khana just used her action. She used her action to let out the dreadful aspect, which affected neither of my PCs. And so, according to the rules, she's still grappled and can't do anything else. And now
Yeah.
we have been playing for 2 straight hours. And I think it's time to take a little break and come back next time. Will these heroes defeat Mother Khana, my final boss, in the 7th episode of a 10-episode series? What will I do then? Don't worry, I have like 5 more final bosses in my pocket. We're
about to get
guys.
a really angry email from Jared, like halfway through next week, like, what the fuck? You guys.
Guys,
that
why
actually
did
wasn't
you do
cool.
so well, and why did I make so many DM doofus mistakes? We're going to come right back to this combat in our next episode. We'll leave the map the way it is. Thank you, Noura Ibrahim, Ross Bryant, Clare Grant, and Sydney Amanuel. When we come back, they end my campaign a couple episodes early. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.